Hello, my name is Maurice Guest Jr., courtesy of BeastModeEducation.com, and this is Beast Mode Classroom Management Lesson 2, The Bridge, aka Procedures. Now, when it comes to classroom management, there is a wide gap between ineffective teachers and effective teachers. In fact, there is a bridge that takes you from the ineffective side to the effective side. So I want you to imagine you have a canyon, this canyon, and on one side of the canyon, we have ineffective teaching. And on the other side of the canyon, we have effective teaching. Now, there's this bridge in between that'll take you from ineffective to effective. Okay? Now, that bridge is paved with individual stones called procedures. I'm going to say that again. That bridge that takes us from ineffective to effective is paved with individual stones called procedures. Now, effective educators teach, train, and govern these stones. Teach, train, and govern these procedures. Procedures govern the classroom with regard to entering class, bell work, turning in homework, passing up assignments, taking notes, answering questions, group work, independent work, debating, how we go to the restroom, when we go to the restroom, throwing away trash, sharpening pencils, what to do when work is finished, transitioning from one assignment to the next, etc. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you look at this bridge that this young lady, now she's trying to go from ineffective to effective. If you look at this bridge, there's tons of little stones, tons of little steps, maybe even 100. Yes, you have to govern all of those procedures. These day-to-day actions that happen in your classroom, you have to govern them. They have to be tight. Otherwise, you're ineffective. Procedures govern the classroom. Procedures govern the classroom. Beast Mode teachers train students on how to execute the daily actions and routines that take place in class. Beast Mode teachers transform these daily actions and routines into highly governed procedures. Ineffective teachers, let's talk about them, have no highly trained, highly governed procedures in place. Ineffective teachers have no procedures in place that govern how we answer questions, group work, independent work, debate, restroom breaks, throwing away trash. There's no plan on how we're going to execute the day-to-day actions that our students are going to take. Procedures are the backbone of a beast mode classroom. Procedures train students to win, cutting through the noise and paving a clear path to achievement. I have to say that again. Procedures train students to win, cutting through the noise and paving a clear path to achievement. Without highly trained, well-governed procedures, teachers falter, teachers struggle, teachers quit. Peek into a tight ship of a classroom, and you will see students working, collaborating, and excelling because they know the drill. The classroom is organized, disciplined, and the students are on point. No fluff, no gimmicks, just results. On the other hand, follow along with this story, a typical story that takes place in some classrooms every day. The school bell rings, signaling the start of class, but it's only background music for the students still waltzing in. The room is filled with casual conversations, several students texting, even a couple of girls combing each other's hair. Two students engage in horseplay, playful, but with teens, playful can elevate quickly. All of this behavior dances on the edge of disruption. The teacher's voice cuts through. The bell is rung. Would you please sit down? But the teacher's words fade into thin air, unheard. Another plea from the teacher follows. Class, the bell is rung. Sit down, please. Still, the room is everything but still. The scene hums with disregard. It's not until the teacher boils over and yells, "What's the matter with this class? I know you all heard the bell. Sit down right now." With that, the sea of students begin to settle into their seats. This is not discipline. This is not respect. This is a learned dance, a conditioned response taught and led by the teacher. The students don't respond until the teacher yells. Yelling is the signal to sit down. Yelling is the signal to comply. Yelling is the procedure. This routine is ingrained and repeated day after day. This dance between the students and the teacher is a cycle of frustration, disgust, and stress. Not just for the teacher, but as an echo through the education system. All of this stress is because the teacher lacks governed procedures for how students should enter class. I'm going to say that again. All of this stress is because the teacher lacks a governed procedure for how students should enter class, which leads me to the most important set of procedures for any classroom, the Beastmode first 5. Here we go. So now, Beastmode Classroom Management, Lesson 3, the Beastmode First 5. The Beastmode First 5 is a training regiment for how students should enter class. You heard that right. A training regiment for how students should enter class. And why should this be so strict? You know what happens every single day, the teachers at school? 100% predictable. Students are going to come into class. Students are going to enter class every day. Because we know that's so consistent, because we know that happens every day, we must have procedures in place for how these students enter class, sit down in their seats, and get started with the lesson. Otherwise, you're going to have chaos. Otherwise, you're going to be on that side of the canyon that is ineffective. And we're trying to get you to effective.